U.S. Congressman Chet of Texas, an Obama backer. You represent the camping grounds of our president down there, don't you? Crawford, Texas.
That's correct, the heart of Texas.
Well, how does a guy like you, a Democrat, get to represent with such a assumingly culturally conservative area?
Well, I think I'm an example of if a Democrat stands for strong national defense, fights for our veterans as the heroes they are, and fights for a fair chance for average working families. That, to me, is the equation of a winning campaign in red districts for Democrats, and I think Senator Obama has the ability to reach out to independent voters in districts such as mine and do very well there and across the country.
Can he defend the country?
Absolutely. He's got the kind of solid judgment that our voters and our citizens want in a commander-in-chief. I think he would do an excellent job. And what's more important, in my opinion, Chris, is the opinion expressed by millions of voters in primaries and caucuses all across this land of ours who've said, yes, they believe he can not only bring change to Washington, but he has the experience and the solid judgment to be a great leader for our country.
You know, Richard Nixon used to believe in peaking. A campaign shouldn't be run too early, too late. They got to be timed so that they peak at the right time. In this campaign, the right time seems to be now. Has Senator Obama peaked too soon?
Well, there's a lot of spinning going on, and let me try something a little bit different. Let me try the truth. The truth is nobody knows for sure what will happen in Ohio and Texas tomorrow, but I personally believe that Senator Obama is going to do very well in Texas because his message of real change, and not change for change's sake, but change that will impact in a positive way the daily lives of average working families. That message is resonating as it has in 11 straight victories across the country. But Senator Clinton is a good candidate. They're a strong dynasty. She had a 32-year head start in Texas, and Senator Obama's had to come a long way to really close that gap. So it's going to be an interesting race to watch tomorrow, both in Texas and Ohio.
Where's Senator Obama on NAFTA? Is he going to keep NAFTA, which is popular in Texas and not so popular at all in Ohio? Or is he not? Or is he going to do what his economic advisor seems to be whispering to the Canadian government, something a little more subtle?
Well, I think he's going to do what makes sense, and that is to say we need to continue trade agreements with Mexico, Canada, and other countries, but we want them to be fair. We want them to have environmental and labor standards, and we want them to be enforced in a way that is fair to working families in America. I think that's a message that'll sell in Ohio, sell in Texas, and frankly, I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, is NAFTA the way it works now okay or not?
Well, I think it's not okay the way it works now. There's some pluses in some parts of Texas and other parts of the country, and there are a lot of negatives as well in Ohio as well as Texas and elsewhere. I think what we need to do is revise NAFTA. We ought to work in a way to see not only with NAFTA but with other trade agreements that they're enforced more fairly. I voted for some trade agreements and voted against others, and I'm convinced that they've not been enforced well, and in many of those cases they've hurt American workers and jobs.
If Hillary Clinton loses in Texas tomorrow, will there be a delegation of top congressional people led by the Speaker of the House, your leader, Nancy Pelosi, to go to Senator Clinton and tell her to leave the race? Will that happen?
I can't speak for senators or for Speaker Pelosi, but what I can say is that that's a decision that Senator Clinton has to make. But this isn't rocket science. It's simple math. And if she doesn't dramatically close the gap, the advantage that Senator Obama has with delegates at this point, then there are not that many delegates left, and each week it gets harder and harder for her to have a chance to win the nomination.
Okay, it's great to have you on. Congressman
Thanks,
Chet
Chris.
of Texas. He represents the Crawford ranch of our president.